the old owners. A strange scene is revealed to the commander's eyes. Bodies of mortals of different ages and races are neatly hung on hooks. They aren't impaled, instead they dangle from restraints carefully looped over each hook. The entire structure is more akin to a wardrobe hung with clothes than a torture chamber, but it is no less disturbing for the comparison. Are they still alive? Bah. It sounds very creepy. All the bodies are strangely withered, almost mummified, but their eyes are wide open. The dead stare of a blue-eyed half-elf girl hanging on the central hook is fixed on the commander. Another step and they all die, shouts the demon Minhago from behind the structure. They are my husks. One snap of my fingers and they all be dead. And any strike you direct at me, one step be turned to them. Commander flies swiftly. Passed an Arcana check so we can see through her. Can also try to remove cause or dispel magic to sever the connection to the victims. You're lying, Minhago. There are ways to destroy your connection to the husk without harming them. To hell with you, Minhago screams, preparing to run. It's not clear what exactly the demon does, but all at once the husks no longer look like corpses. The air fills with their hollow, desperate groans. The hair of the blue-eyed young woman in the center turns grey before the commander's very eyes. Each passing moment lasts a dozen years for her. The face seems vaguely familiar. The commander rushes forward to help the victims. Of course, we're not leaving them, and I don't think Minhago can run from us forever, so Minhago disappears, malevolent, his slightly hysterical laughter echoing after her. But the commander is no longer concerned with her. He's busy helping the victims. The blue-eyed half-elf, now aged, falls from her hook and lands heavily on the ground. Her grey hair, brown only moments before. Did I just think blue-haired, or did I just actually read blue-haired instead of blue-eyed? Anyway, the grey hair, brown only moments before, covers her face. Her shoulders are trembling. Fingers curl into a fist. A glow of healing magic engulfs her hand. She runs her fingers over her face. The trembling subsides, and she struggles to her feet. Do not abandon me, inheritor, and give me strength to aid my brothers and sisters in their hour of need. The old woman whispers softly. Her hands once more begin to glow with healing light. She rushes to help the commander, to heal the other husks. The commander now sees her face. It is the face of Yaniel, the hero of the first Crusades. Impressive. And also how horrible it must have been to be hanging there all this time. That's such a long time. Here now we have a barrier.
All right.
Barrier created by Minhago is literally radiating power. She clearly put great effort into making it. Yaniel. Blue-eyed woman held the last victim down from the hook. We are alive. We are free. No more of this endless imprisonment. She looks at you. Whoever you are, accept the gratitude of Yaniel, an unlucky paladin who spent years serving as a demon's plaything. Oh, using radiance to see if she truly is Yaniel sounds like quite the idea. Since, yeah, we already met Yaniel once. And, yeah, was more like a real Polish. If you truly are Yaniel, your sword will recognize you. The old woman's blue eyes go wide. I thought I'd never see you again, my friend, she says, talking to the sword. Radiance flares to life with a soft golden glow that can only be described as joyous. For a time, Yaniel stands with her eyes half closed, then opens them. Places the sword back in your hand. I've been imprisoned for so long, terrified to think what kind of world awaits me up there on the surface. The friends are probably dead, and the Dresden I knew and defended, long gone. The half measure probably doesn't serve my favorite rose anymore, The old tree near the town hall in Erosian doesn't bloom, but I have seen a glimmer of hope. Radiance is still full of power, and in worthy hands. That means everything was not in vain. Take it. The sword was born to save the innocent and punish the wicked. Its journey must end in the black heart of Deskari, the Lord of the Abyss who created the nightmare of the wound with the help of his followers. It's just an instinct, but I sense that Radiance will fulfill its destiny in your hands. Sorry, but your friends Storm and Joran Vane defected to the demons and perished. I know, Yaniel says in a colorless voice. Minhago liked to wake me up and tell me, sometimes even show me all kinds of despicable things. Oh, Staunton, how could you believe someone so repulsive as her and drag your brother into the grave along with you? Don't scold him, mistress. You know how hard it is when demons torture you. They use pain on some, tenderness on others, but the result is the same. Misery and suffering. Only those whose faith is unshakable do not break under such torment. Tell me, how have you ended up here? This was one of Minhago's lairs, and lineages are famous for collecting trophies. They need husks for practical purposes too, to take on their appearance or redirect any attacks aimed at themselves. But we were more than that for Minhago. We were her collector's items. So, have you been here all these years? My first years in captivity were spent in the laboratory of the damned traitor Regill Vorlesh. There were many like me, fallen crusaders and demons injured by our swords and spells. She healed many of them, but at what cost? I saw a dozen demons who were simply sewn together, fused into one grotesque whole. People who had demon limbs grafted onto their bodies. Yaniel shudders in disgust. Here we saw those experiments and also this huge amalgamation of different demons. But you probably want to know about the rest of my imprisonment. Fane was created a few years after the siege of Dresden when I was taken captive. Regill came here personally to open a rift. That was also when she gave me to Minhago to be turned into a husk. She said she was tired of my obstinacy. She spoke the truth. Not a day went by that I didn't try to escape or kill one of my guards. I mean, we know why Regill is a traitor, but still. Why do you call Regill a traitor? Because she betrayed more than just her country or her overlord. She betrayed all of humankind. All of Golarion. I have no idea how evil a person's soul must be to wound your homeland and open a door to a rampaging horde of beasts whose evil knows no bounds. Yeah. And I mean, she was still looking for something, Regill. And in the end, she even experimented on herself. Thinking she would die. You're exhausted. Go to the farthest end of the Fane. That's where the hand of the inheritor is holding the line. He will help you. The one face lights up. Our golden-winged angel is here. It's been so long since I heard the voice of Iomedae's herald. I will go to him now. Thank you again. I definitely think this was the right idea. To help them and not go after Minhago. Even though the question is, how do we dispel this barrier? Let's see. There must be another way. Spider. I hate spiders. Why are they everywhere? I can't cast. Because it's a construct. What's your alignment? Chaotic evil. Go.
Distract them from me.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Use some arrows. Some more arrows. Die, spider. Nice. Just listen to my command. I really like how the abyss looks. So those weird crystals. Okay, so I could just exit here. Anything more I can explore? Or is that it?
Beautiful.
Crystals. It's been quite a while. Interesting. Priestess of Nocticula. Anyway. Kind of reminds me a bit of the underground beneath Knabri? Knabri. Dresden. Right, I'm mixing up city names. But it looks kind of similar to the underground of Kenabres, even though we're now in Dresden. How often did I say we are now in Kenabres in this episode? Regill, priestess of Nocticula. Succubus reclining on the pillows notices you, but doesn't even make an attempt to attack you. The dark eyes track your every move. Welcome to the Shrine of Nocticula, Commander. I'm Regill, Nocticula's devoted priestess. I am supposed to stop your kind, but you charged in here so resolutely, so imperiously, that my hand is already moving to offer you the key. That sounds like a trap. Watch out! Regill is one of Nocticula's favorite tools. She knows how to appear weak and vulnerable, but her power shouldn't be underestimated. Ah, Arueshalae! Who better than you to know how weak, how powerful I can be? I remember showing you both, and I don't recall you being so cautious back then. In fact, you... Stop. I don't want to think about that time. I was different back then. Humans usually try to kill me on sight. Are you terrified you've decided to simply surrender? Regill smiles and shrugs a naked shoulder. You would hardly believe me if I told you I was in awe of the Commander Cleric. I just want to feel those hands that have brought death to so many demons treat my body like a holy relic. Trying to seduce us? It's partially true. Regill leans forward, looking you in the eye. I dreamed of you barging into my abode and take me violently like a slave. But I dreamed even more often of you giving me freedom. There's no place in me for Dresden. That stuck-up prick who thinks he's irreproachable messenger of Iomedae won't let me up there. I can't return to my mistress to report this either. Regill sighs heavily, her chest rising and falling in a supple weave. Derazan's that brute got the idea that we all must fight to the very end. He's not letting anyone flee to the abyss. Tell me, why would I fight you, the victor? All I can do is kneel and give you the key to the door that gives Garth the rift. Demons never do anything for no reason. What's the catch? Regill wags a finger at you like you're a disobedient child. So suspicious, Commander. There's no catch. I just want to spend some more time with you and test you. Her eyes flash. I want to know whether I can trust you with the key. Well, tell me. Why should I believe that you will defeat Derazan? You'll get a present if you convince me. Regill doesn't do anything, just looks at you. As you stare back at her, you're struck by the realization she's incredibly beautiful. Her features seem familiar, but you can't place her, and at the same time, her beauty is a blend of everything that's ever roused your desire, even in passing. Yeah. Logan Aldori, whispers a voice, the one you heard so often in your dreams. Come to me. I dream of you. Hey, stop bothering my friend. I'll bite you and whip you with my tail. Ivu roars in fury. Just imagine like a squeaking sound like... Free yourself from the vision with effort. Regill becomes herself again, a captivating woman, but one who holds no power over you. Regill sighs, disappointed. Why, Commander? All the good things have only just begun. I could give you what you want, everything you desperately desire in your life. Oh well, it was worth a try. Come on then, tell me, you're going to defeat Derazan. I who are one true ally. Let's try to get some information out of her, and but I think after that we're not going to leave a High Priest of Nocticula. I think that will bite us in the end, in the long run. This doesn't really look like a shrine, does it? Regill laughs softly. What does it look like? A brothel? This is what a shrine of Nocticula is supposed to look like. A place where pleasures await the meek, and the defiant get... Regill licks her full lips. A quick death. Tell me about Nocticula. Regill stares dreamily into the distance, her cheeks flushing slightly. Nocticula, my mistress. She is the patroness of succubi and assassins, the ruler of Lushinira, city of pleasures and cruelty. She's as deadly as she is beautiful. When Henry, the cursed demon lord, tried to enslave her, she just destroyed him like a bothersome insect. My mistress has seduced and killed many powerful demons. She built her realm on their bones. They become the Midnight Isle. I never get even close to her greatness. Oh, my shadow, my lady in shadow, lover and warrior. I'm not even worthy of being trampled beneath your feet. Not good enough to have my skull crushed between your thighs. Okay, simp. But I mean, well, Lady of Succubi, I think it's all about seduction and tempting and temptation. Tell me about Succubi. Talking about that. You must know a lot about them already. We are demons of passion who assume the appearance our victim most desires to see. We feed not on your flesh, but your lives. Kisses are deadly for you. Ooh, then we drain your life force until there's nothing left but an empty shell. Nocticula, our lady in shadow, the greatest of us, first of us. Oh, how I'd love to earn her praise. But you won't let that happen, I know. Let's fight her. That was all very amusing and insightful, but I don't deal with demons, so clearly on my enemy's side. Die.
I will defend my dream.
Alright, let's see how hard this fight is going to be. Probably would have been smart to quick save. Or heal ourselves up first. But you're always smarter. The aftermath. Try to boost ourselves. My favorite spell. Prayer. Pray for a win. They all have quite a lot of HP. Like that. Monster. Let's see if we can cast it on her, but probably plus 31. Difficulty class 20. Let's cast it on someone else. Maybe let's cast Cloud Kill here. Or not.
Please help me.
Okay, Woljif is not Tiny Dreams. Overwhelming Presence.
I fear I've been wounded.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think we won't win this fight.
Please help me.
And also the game seems kind of broken because I can just control... Is it broken or do they have a status? But I don't see it. Tiny Dreams, Sweet Sleep, those are buffs. Proximity, Ring of Summons. Can I control you? Same for Woljif. I mean, with just 4 people to fight, I think this fight is going to be impossible.
Come on.
You won't survive me.
Tactical retreat!
I think it's bugged. See, could they just have the moving symbol on top of them? Okay. I'm very confused. But I take it we won, so for whatever reason. Not gonna say no to that. Odd. Okay, let's loot our enemies. Not think more about bugs. Key. And lots of magic items. Oldest. Dry Fist, we still don't have a monk. Increase the safety C for all enchantment school spells. I think that might be interesting for Logan. Because I don't think that Sosiel's using any enchantment spells. As far as I know. Right. And I'd say let's long rest, since there's no short rest. Why are mortals always striving to become rich? The world's so interesting, so full of things to dream of. Lots of people think only of money. Oh. Guess at Woljif? You can dream about pies in the sky and it doesn't cost a thing. But if you want to make your dream come true, you need to put some money on the table. They are both kinda right. I think especially the hunting for more and more is something which doesn't really make people happy. No ordinary mortal could withstand the heat coming from this bath. Yeah, it seems like it's boiling.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Gold medallion. Interesting. Okay, one demon less to worry about. Interesting. I hope there's not another exit to the Midnight Fane, cause then I have to remember exits. And we all know well that's working. Interesting, it's just a dead end. It must be so warm. I mean, here it's currently like a bit over 30 degrees warm, and I'm complaining. And I don't want to know how warm it is here. Ah, damn it. There's another exit. So, which one do we take? Do we take this one or this one? I'd say we take this one because it's closer. Excellent reasoning.